Now see the next sum where they have given HCl as molecule having the distance between two atoms H and Cl is 1.27 angstrom. Consider this point is your center of mass, and so I'm supposing from here to here as X and here to here Y. But you know the total is 1.27, so you can write your Y is equal to 1.27 minus X, or you can take as the terms of X, it depends on you. Here as we know total distance is 1.27 angstrom. Mass of an hydrogen atom I'm considering as M. For Cl atom is 35.5 m. M means 1 m. Center of mass is here for the atom, so I can write my equation as M bracket 1.27 minus 1x bracket over plus 35.5 mx upon M plus 35.5 m is equal to 0. But now just take this term here and solve it. By just simple solution you will get that your X value is equal to minus 0.037 angstrom. Minus sign indicates that Cm lies at the left of the molecule. M lies at the left of the molecule. Okay, it was simple. Now for the next one, I want you to read the question of 7.5, understand it and see here. According to the question, this is the basic diagram you can draw. From O to A, I am considering as a vector A, O to B, vector B, O to C as vector C. Now volume is ABC. As I said, I am considering the vectors A, B and C respectively, OA, OB and OC. Now we know that B cross C can be written as BC sine theta and vector. Here theta is 90 degree as you can see because of the given structure diagram. Now this will give you the term B cross C cross n vector or B dot C dot n vector. Similarly, this can be written as A vector B cross C, that is equal to A bracket B dot C n vector or new unit vector, and this will give you ABC cos theta unit vector, ABC cos 0 because it's parallel. It will be equal to ABC. Okay, a simple sum. Now see the next one. Here it's totally a formula based sum where you have to just find the term Lz. They have given you the terms Lx, Ly, Lz, linear momentum in terms of the given equation as you can see on the screen. Lx is equal to ypz minus zpy, another two is this one. Moreover, we know that your total momentum P and R position vector can be written in the equation form as, for P you can write Pxi, Pyj and Pzk. That's a projection vector. For R you can write Xi, Yj plus Zk. Now that you know that L is equal to R cross P, so I am just placing the value of R and P from here, so that can be written in determinant form. Now first one, what you have to do, just take this first term, multiply this two term in the brackets, okay, as you can see, minus second term, ignore the center line and this two term, okay, third one take K plus K and this two, use the cross multiplication and subtract it, and you will get that your this is the equation for the given condition. But as you know that it is for Lx, Ly and Lz. Here you are just comparing the coefficient for Lx, Ly and Lz and then differentiating it. But you know that for xy plane z is 0. So z is equal to pz is equal to 0 in that condition, which will give you your Lx and Ly is equal to 0 and Lz is the only condition is true for the given case. Now here for the 7.8, again read the question carefully and it's a very important sum. See here what happened. They have given the conditions is that the object is here. It's making an angle theta, which you have to find it out. Moreover, this two angle with the reference line is given, which is 36.9 and this is 53.1. Okay, but we know that according to the tension, these are the tensions or the force created here. It's going up, here it's going up because of work is done down. So here also, and this is a distance which is done because of or done as the work is done. So here I can write T2 is equal to cos 53.1. Here it will be same T2 sine 53.1 sine term cos term. Here also same thing sine term and cos term. This is the angle. Using just a mathematical law or formula, I substitute this value. After that, the given data is saying that you have the L, T1 and T2 that are the tension. You can write your T1 sin theta 1 is equal to T2 sin theta 2. Theta 1 and theta 2 values are given. Just place it and find the ratio of T1 and T2. You will get that your T1 and T2 is equal to 4 upon 3. So you can write your T1 is equal to 4 by 3 T2. Okay. Now using this, I am placing the value this T1 cos 36.9 into D is equal to T2 cos 53.2 minus D. Now just place the value of T1 here and solve the equations by a simple mathematical operator. You will get that operation. Your D is equal to 1.2 upon 1.67 is equal to 0.27 meters. Now again I want you to just read the question of 7.9 by pausing the video and come back here. According to that, they have given the mass is of an car is 1800. D is the distance between two wheels. RF and RB are the forces created because of that rotation. The center of gravity is here in this point. Okay, and back axial is distance is 1.5 meters. Now here you know that your RF plus RV will give you mg, will be equal to your mg. Okay, this 2 is equal to your mg force, that is force drag down. Now here you can write your 1800 into 98, just you will get your mg, that is equal to force. Now rotation is equivalent such that your torque of center of gravity will centralized will give you RF 1.5 is equal to RB 1.8 minus 1.5 1.8, that is you will get after solution. So you can write your RF upon RB is equal to 7 upon 5, that is 1.4 RF is equal to your RB. Now I'm taking this first as my equation 1 and considering this as equation 2. Now just comparing this to equation, using this to equation, you can get that your RB is equal to 17640 minus 37 will give you the value of your RB. Now the work done or the force created by the each wheel is your RB divided by 2 will give your final answer. Okay, simple. Now see the next one. The next one is 7.12. Again, read the question, pause the video first, read the question and understand it. Here, it's a very simple sum that they have given a mass of a cylinder is 20 kg. Omega, they have given angular velocity 100 radian per second. R is given 0.25 meters. I, momentum of inertia, kinetic energy and linear momentum you have to find. So just apply this three formula and place the value that half mv square. Value of m is given to you. Okay, 20. R is given to you 0.25 the whole square and divided by 2 you will get your answer. I you have found it out from here. So using this value keep and omega is provided to you. Just multiply this two term and divide by 2 you will get your K, kinetic energy. For L you have already obtained the value of I. Omega is provided to you. Multiply this two term and you will get your L. It's a very simple sum. Okay. Now for the next one, again see the question carefully that you will understand according to data. They have said you to find the I, momentum of inertia. So M, R and F is given, mass is given, R is radius is given and force is given. So here first torque you have to also found. So I can write my torque 1 is equal to F into R. Considering that is your torque will give you, F is given to you, R is given to you. Just to multiply this you can write your 30 multiply 0.4 will give you this torque. Okay. Now for the second torque in the condition also I can get that I alpha, but here this two will be the same according to the given condition. According to given condition, this two will be the same. So I can write your torque 2 is equal to torque 1 is equal to torque. So alpha has I have to find your is torque 2 upon I, that is torque upon I will be your equal to this one. So I can find this value and just apply it and divided by I you will get your alpha. Now for linear acceleration is R alpha. So R you know the value, alpha value you know. So just multiply this two value and you will get your term, okay, in meter per second square. Now for the next one is also a very simple sum that here you have to, they have given the value of omega, torque and power you have to find. So omega is equal to torque into torque, omega is equal to power divided by torque. Okay, so I can write my power is equal to torque into omega. So we'll give you your just a term. Look at the 17 sum here. The condition is that this is your center of mass. W is here coming down and W2 when the object from distance P to Q is or the points are moving. So this is the distance 50 centimeter they have given. M, the mass of the meter stick you have to find it out. Now mass of the PQ I am considering is M. Now mass in each is equal to, in each stick is equal to, or each points with capped is as 5 grams. And total I am considering as X. So I can write a torque net because of that is 10 multiply G 45 minus 12 minus M dash G 50 minus 45 will give you my condition that M dash is equal to, from this I can just place the value of G and just substitute and we will get that 10 multiply 33 divided 5 will give you 66 G. Now next one is also a very simple sum. Again read the question and understand it first carefully. According to that you will understand that your R they have given, mass is given, V is given, E and omega, work done you have to find out. So here you can, as you know that R, radius, mass M, and V is provided. So energy first I can write in the given condition is half mv square plus half omega square, where I is equal to here, where I is equal to m omega m r square. So I can write my E is equal to half mv square plus half mr square omega square. Okay. Now thus solving this you will get your E is equal to, this two half will be 1 v square, because V is equal to R omega. V is equal to R omega. Okay. So thus you will get your mv square. Now this is work done. So E is equal to your E will equal to work done. So work done is equal to mv square, that is 100 into 0.2 square is equal to 4 joules. Okay. Now next one is a very interesting and but easy sum. They have provided you a mass of an oxygen atom 5.3 into 10 raised to minus 26 kg. I, moment of inertia, is given 1.94 into minus 46 kg meter square. V is provided to you, and D, or distance, is 2r. Mass of each atom is m by 2. Work done you have to find it out. Initially what you can do, you can just apply the formula of I, moment of inertia, half mv square plus half mv square. Therefore I is equal to m r square, half mr square plus half mr square is equal to half. This half and this half will give you 1 mr square, and r is equal to, from this you can write I upon m. Now this of value of m, place it here, 5.3 into 10 raised to minus 26 upon I value, just place it here, that is 1.4 10 raised to minus 46 upon 5.3 into 10 raised to minus 26. So just solve this, you will get the value of your R. Now kinetic energy is here 2 by 3 Ke, that is given here. It's rotational kinetic energy, and this is transition kinetic energy. So this is rotational, will equal to half I omega square plus 2 by 3 into half mv square, that is rotational, that is half mv square. Therefore you can write your omega is equal to 2 by 3 v upon r, 2 by 3 500.6 into 10 raised to 3 divide, that is divided term. So you can get your value omega radian per second. Okay, easy. Now see the next one. The next one is also a kind of important sum. Here you can see they have provided you as V and theta, and see the condition that the object is moving here in upward direction. So this is your theta, and the velocity is given to you, and you know that kinetic energy of rotational is equal to translation. So I can write in this condition half I omega square is equal to half mv square. Okay, simple. But at the point B, there will be some kind of potential energy also, that is your half that is your U is equal to mgh. So your half I omega square is equal to half mv square is equal to mgh in that condition, in this point. So I is equal to half mr square and I is equal to half mr square. So I can place this value here. So I will get 1 upon 4 mr square omega square plus half mv square is equal to mgh is equal to v r omega, will give you the term that half v square plus half v square is equal to gh. So that is equal to 3 by 4 v square into gh. H is equal to 3 by 4 v square by g, will be equal to 3 upon 4, and value of v is 5 into 5 G is equal to 9.8 here, constant. So we'll give you 1.91 as your I for the given case. Still, but from the triangle ABC, okay, just seeing that. So I can write that my sine theta is equal to BC upon AC, and therefore AB is equal to H upon sine 30. This is my H, this is A point, this is C point. So again I can write your theta is 30 and BC is H here given. So I can write my now V is equal to 2GH divided by 1 plus K square R square is equal to half. So V is equal to 2G AB sine theta 1 plus K square upon R square is equal to half. I've taken the LCM. After taking the LCM, you can place the value of B. So you will get 2G sine theta 1 plus half under root of that, and your K is equal to R square by 2. So using this also you will get your 4 by 3 G AB sine theta half, raised to half means under root. So therefore that the T is equal to AB upon V, okay, and AB is equal to 4. This V you have already found it out, so just place the value here. After that you will get your 3AB is equal to 4G sine under root of that whole term. So that is equal to 11.46 upon 19.46 under root of this both the term will give you your T, okay. 7.22. Try to solve. It's a homework. Now see the next sum, 23. That is an additional sum. But let us just try it's easy or not. Omega dash is given to you 58.88 rotation per minute. Here the condition of the question, according to that, the first one will be a no because of the given condition. Okay, easy. So now they have given you value of IU, that is 7.6 kg meter square, where the man's platform form the system. Okay, where I dash is equal to double of that. So man stretches his arm or hand to such that it goes till 90 centimeter. So you will get your I dash. Now system I will be I plus I dash. So add this two value, 7.6 plus 7.6 plus 8.1 will give you your system. But here they have also provided your omega is equal to 300. Okay, and moreover linear angular is I omega. Placing the value of this I and omega will give you linear term. L2 is double of that term. Okay, so you get your value. So that's an easy. Now for after that, the man second time folds his hand during the function what he is doing. So what happens, it will be a 2 into 5. So you can write 2 into 0.2 square multiplied by 5 is equal to 0.4 kg m square. After that system, the second I system is produced. So you can write your I plus I double dash. I double dash is the value which you have founded out here. So your just add this two term, you will get your the term is equal to kg m square. Total LF is equal to I omega is equal to 0.7 omega f, and thus you can write your I omega is equal to IF, that is initial and final condition, IF into omega f. So omega f is equal to 15.7 into 30 is equal to divided by 8 is equal to 58.88. Okay, R by M. Thus, here the condition is that kinetic energy is not conserved. So it's decreasing or increasing. That will decrease the I, and the kinetic energy increase because its kinetic energy plus work done by the man is also included here. So that's not a conserved system according to given condition. Okay.